Alright guys, we're up at Booth Lake, which is in the southeast side of Algonquin Park. We're actually Farm Lake now, heading into Booth. We have two small portages to deal with on our way in. It's a bit windy, and this is Phil.
Looking forward to the journey and talking to you guys.
Yeah, a buddy of mine who haven't kept with in at least 5 years, because he's been out of province, but we're going to have a good time, catch up, have some good food. We got steaks, wine, scotch, so it's a bit of a glamping trip, which is alright. Try a bit of fishing, see if we get anything for tomorrow's dinner, otherwise it's craft dinner. So it's September 24th right now. Leaves are probably at about 25% changed, maybe closer to 35. Traditional peak is September 27th. But with global warming, it seems to come a little later and later. So, not that there's anything wrong with it coming later, it's just the fact that I believe, anyways, that global warming is having an effect on when the leaves change. It's an old ranger cabin that you can actually rent out and stay at. However, I don't know if they're being rented right now because of COVID. We're going to go check it out.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah, so this is the Kitty Lake cabin. So it's an old ranger's cabin that they had set up throughout the park. So the rangers go throughout the park and look for poachers, that sort of thing, in the early days of the park. I don't know if if it's locked up or not. We'll have a look. But nice fire pit.
Great.
Bunks inside. Yeah, it is open. Perfect.
We're home, Dad.
Yeah. Nice, wouldn't it?
Looks like an old schoolhouse.
Well, I do like how they had a smoke detector, but they have a wood stove, so it probably goes off all the time. But
Some interesting carvings.
very cool. So it looks like if people stay here, you carve your own paddle. Very cool.
Real piece of history.
First portage of the trip. Forgot to hit the record button, that's why Phil's laughing at me. It's a long one. 50 meters.
50 meters, so we could race Usain Bolt up this one. We'll see who wins.
There we go.
Mr. Canoe Head.
Yep.
Biggest canoe in the forest.
Nice easy portage. Just like we said, only about 50 meters. Nice and flat. Quick and easy, just around a small bit of a rapids that comes out of Kitty Lake, which is the lake we're going into next. Which is a nice small lake, but we'll be into the wind as we go. And then that's the longest portage of the trip, which is 550, 600 meters into Booth Lake.
I got nothing to live for. Ain't nothing going my way. So I'm sitting by the dock of the bay, wasting time.
It looks like a mean face.
You keep on burning. Proud Mary, keep on burning. Rolling, rolling, rolling down the river.
We're coming up on the next portage around the Opeongo River Dam from Booth to Kitty. At least one party ahead of us. We see a canoe at the portage.
Watch these rocks.
Oh, took a break. You can always wedge your tip of your canoe between two trees like that and take a breather. And then you don't have to lift it back up. It's kind of nice. I mentioned this on my Hogan Lake one. Walking on these boards always makes me nervous because they tend to be so slippery. So I'll just bypass them when I can. I think I was saying this before I got interrupted by the rough grouse. This is part of the old access road for the dam, when they used to actually manage the water flow and everything on the river. So this is the part where we get to see if Phil falls on his ass.
So why did you ask me to bring that bag of cement?
No reason. Got to be able to hold down the tarp.
Oh, right. I'll learn for next time.
Some old flow control booms that go into the dam to regulate the water flowing over the river. So I took a sidewalk to the dam to have a look. Of course we can't jump over it, but so those big logs I was showing you can be put down and through the graded areas using those winches, and that can raise or lower the water level into Booth Lake, which is out this way. So the portage is just on the other side of the red booms, and that's Booth Lake out there. That's a big island in the middle, but I don't think there's any campsites on it from what I remember. But off to the left there's another couple of islands, and that's where we're going to aim for, is to get off to the left, so that we're somewhat sheltered, hopefully, from the wind. We made it! Woo!
Beautiful campsite. Sheltered, nice in the bay.
We'll show you around in a few minutes.
Yep.
So we have a game plan. So there's the fire pit. We got these big trees from there to there. The wind is predominantly coming this direction, so we'll have the tarp set up blocking the wind over the fire. Okay, we'll have our chairs right there in front of the fire. And then at the back of the site, nice big flat spot for the tent. Phil, what do you think?
I love it.
Game plan. Phil's unloading the first bottle of wine, and now the second bottle of wine. So we got our setup done now. Tarps there, chairs just to block any rain that comes in and blow off the lake. So that's our cooking area. And then back over here, tent is partially covered and doesn't have its own vestibule, so tarp will be used for that. You want mustard?
Sure.
Okay. Since you're not allowed to bring bottles and cans in the park, I go to the dollar store and I just get travel containers for like shampoo and that, and put condiments in it. Seems to work all right. I do double seal them though, just to be safe, so that they're not spraying everything everywhere.
Thank you, Doug.
Yep.
You're a good man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Getting a bit of a sun shower right now. Misting rain, bright sun. So, Phil, how was our fishing?
Well, a lot of good paddling. A lot of good reeling in. Not many fish.
I guess we're stuck with steak tonight.
Stuck with steak and mushrooms and peppers?
Yeah.
We'll suffer through it.
Yep. So the steaks have been marinated for the last 2 days, so I just threw in the leftover sauce in with the peppers. Okay, steaks are almost done. Not a bad dinner if I say so myself. Good morning, guys. It's almost 7 o'clock. Beautiful, calm morning. So hopefully Phil will get up soon. We're going to go for exploration today around Booth. Maybe go as far up as the Opeongo River up beyond Tatler Lake. There's another ranger cabin there that's available for rent, so we may be able to check that out. I've been hearing what I thought was wind all night, but across the bay here there must be a small little waterfall, because I can hear something running. I thought it was just wind in the trees, but with it dead calm right now, I know it's something's over there. So maybe I'll go see if we can find it. Otherwise, that's a beautiful start to the morning. So across this narrow channel here, and we floated by it, but it used to be a very old logging road that would go across this channel from this side across to there, and there's cribs in the water below, which would have been the structure to support the bridge. There's another cabin to rent, or you can stay at, the Tatler Lake Cabin. We'll check it out on our way back through after we get done exploring the river. We're going to check out just this portage up the Upayanga River. Just paddled in from Tatler Lake down there. I'm just going to walk the portage for now. If it was shorter, I'd almost take the canoe, but feeling lazy. Portage trail comes up. It actually connects with an old logging road. Actually off in this direction. Small little treat. Winter green berries. You can also chew on the leaves and it tastes like wintergreen. But you got to know what you're looking for. So this is the Tatler Lake Cabin. We're gonna go check it out. I don't think anyone's there anyway, so we'll go check it out. I may have to fight the geese to get to the cabin. Pretty small cabin. Probably about 10 by 15 maybe feet. Double bunks, cribbage board, built in 1939. And they put a new roof on the 90s, which is cool. Small little wood stove, couple chairs. Phil's reading the logbook.
Very nice, a whole record for everyone.
Yeah. Looks like somebody did a painting from here, which is kind of nice. Very cool. What do you think, Phil?
I love it. Look at that. I'm burning the roof there.
Oops. Probably what happened is somebody had a Coleman lantern and hung it from the post, and that's
not.
the heat eventually got to it.
This is a great place.
End of season raspberries, Phil?
Oh, always. Look at that.
There's one.
Get them before the bears get them.
Yeah. Yeah, good year. This would be a great place because they're all over the place. I assume this is the trail up to the privy. Well, I'm not coming back to show you the Thunderbox, even though it is brand new. It's shiny and new. But rather, what I think would have been their cold storage area. To me, this looks like, I'm pretty sure this is probably cold storage for the cabin. All these trees are fairly young. I guess that would be the oldest, but
Very cool.
nice closed in area. So I don't know if it was dug in and then they put timbers across the top, like maybe this one, and then would have been for storage for their food and everything, because obviously there'd be no refrigeration back here. First fish of the trip, I think it's just a little bass. Oh, he just spit the hook. Oh, maybe 1.5 pounds. Over where those canoes are, to the left, wherever that red thing is flying, there's a portage that we're going to go take a hike along. Yeah, we're doing the basically 2-kilometer portage to Chipmunk Lake just to have a quick look at it. Breaks up the day of paddling. Some old logging camp cabin.
Big.
Yeah, this isn't, funny enough, this isn't marked on Jeff's map. He usually has some of the stuff marked out. The pond on the way up to Chipmunk Lake. Should be moose in here, but of course there isn't. Try it with the other camera. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a bear track. And the next one is right there as well. It's not a big bear by any means, but a bear nonetheless. And that is today, because that's fresh.
Look, there's a wedding ring in there.
More signs of bear. Alright. Well, we didn't scare the bear into the lake as far as we know, but we're at Chipmunk Lake. Have a quick look around. Not sure if we're going to see some rain tonight, but pretty dark looking clouds. Guess we'll wait and see. Bill's got a fish.
Oh man.
Feels pretty big.
I don't know. Smaller than Jaws? Hey.
He's got a small bass. That's not dinner.
We gotta get a picture of this with me though. Or like,
Yes.
make sure it's on the... Look at this.
Bill's first real fish. Well, legally probably, because now you have a license.
First legal fish.
Well, Phil and I have just got off the lake and immediately started raining. Not heavy, but we're not sure if it's going to build up to something more. So, figure out dinner shortly because obviously that fish was not good enough for dinner. So, craft dinner it is. So I'm going to do something I've seen John from Lost Lakes do several times, and that is popcorn. So I haven't done it before. Try it out. And thank you, John, for giving us the idea for it anyways. Wow. Actually making the pot. Probably not the best way to start. Alright, this is a fail. It's starting to... Yeah, it's burning. Wow. It sort of worked. Well, it's not a complete fail. I'll give it a 75%. Oh. Phil,
That's awesome.
want
That
some
is
popcorn?
awesome. I would love some popcorn.
Alright.
Thanks, man. Dump her in. Whew. I'll catch them as they come. Better than Cineplex.
Hey guys, so it's still raining, so Phil and I just bailed and crashed in the tent for now. Probably going to call it a night. There's no sense having a fire with dripping in the rain, so have a good night.
Good night.
See you in the morning. All right, good morning, guys. So I wanted to just bring you up to speed on a couple things, clarify something I said last night. Kind of felt bad about it afterwards. Now I got thinking about it. When Phil caught his fish, I did say something along the lines of his first legal fish. So to clarify, when I asked Phil about this trip if he had a license, he said no. So I made the assumption that he hadn't really fished before. He has fished in the past, and he did have a license once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time. So what I meant legal is Phil was very responsible and went out and got his license. So that's what I meant by his first legal fish. So just for clarification on that. Second point, we didn't have a fire last night. We left all the wood. This fire is prepped, ready to go. There's birch bark at the bottom of it, and then we left a bunch of gift wood. I've left a note in here. If you happen to read the note, take a picture of the fire, and I'll mention you guys in my next video. If you don't, whatever, use it. If I never hear from anybody, oh well. So that's where we're at. So we're going to grab breakfast. We're having some coffee right now. And then we're going to finish packing up and head out. I think we're going to go try and see the waterfall that we didn't get to see yesterday because it started raining right after we got back to site. So didn't get a chance. So we'll see you out there. So as we mentioned, this is the campsite of grills. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the ground here. Plus extras that they've used as shelving now. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 grills on this site. So 11 grills. So there must be something further up, but it's too rough going to bother. This creek outflow. You can hear the actually water running underneath the rocks, which is kind of neat. So this is a bit of a pond that does feed that sort of underground stream. It does keep going in that direction, then I think it turns right and goes up a hill. There's probably falls up that way, but it's too rough going, not going to bother. We switched up this morning because Phil has a canoe trip with his eldest son and daughter next weekend in Massasauga. So better give him some experience doing some stern work. Not experience, just extra practice. So he's the man in charge who runs us into rocks now.
Going to West Virginia.
And singing. Start of the 650 back from Booth to Kitty. Decided we're going to line the rapids. See how well this goes.
Those guys are running it.
No, I think they're going over the side. All right, Phil, here's the thing. guys, that wraps up another trip. Phil and I had a good time. Not great fishing, but what do you do? Not much we can do about that, but food was good. Weather was okay, a bit of rain, but that's camping. It happens.
It was a very good trip, and look forward to more coming in the future, Doug.
Sounds good. Thanks, Phil.
Take care.